the environmental implementation, and I would quote in this regard two recent initiatives: the environmental implementation review, which you may have heard and which you may have even been involved. The first one was carried out 2 years ago. In February 2017 was the report published. And the Environmental Compliance Assurance Initiative, where exactly 1 year ago the Commission has adopted a package consisting of a communication, an action plan, and also a decision to establish a so-called forum for environmental compliance assurance. And in this forum, the Commission is together with all member states and with the so-called environmental networks such as IMPE, the inspectors, ÖFJE, the judges, EMPE, the prosecutors, and Envicrime, and the police forces. And this forum, which convened for the second time in the beginning of December last year, and now the next meeting will be in March, is also responsible for adapting environmental implementation and also for implementing this action plan, which was established 1 year ago. And one of the actions is also on training and capacity building. And also within the environmental implementation review, this other recent initiative, there is a tool was created to help better the implementation of environmental law, which is called peer-to-peer, EIR, peer-to-peer tool. It is a little bit modeled after the former Tax instrument, so that member states can ask for implementation support. And if there are experts from other member states who have more experience, more knowledge in this field, and they have signed in into a list, then the other experts will come to the member state and have a training workshop or a seminar or just a conversation to try to help them to implement better environmental law. So these are recent initiatives in this field. But of course, for the Environmental Liability Directive, which is the subject of this training workshop, there are also efforts going on to improve the implementation, and this mainly within the multi-annual work program from 2017 to 2020. This multi-annual work program, designed by the Commission and adopted together with, after having received inputs in the consultation with the member states, with the ELD government experts meeting. This multi-annual work program consists of various main working tasks. One of these working tasks is, for example, to improve the evidence space, to get a better and more systematic knowledge base on environmental liability. In this regard, focus is currently on the establishment of an ELD information system consisting of various modules. And yeah, you can take my seat if you wish. Modules, one of which is the country sheets. Another one is a map viewer, a dashboard, a form to upload data, and so on. This is one of these working streams. Another work stream focuses on improving financial security to cover liabilities, ELD liabilities of liable operators. Another work stream is to improve the common understanding of some key terms, some key definitions under the Environmental Liability Directive. And then a very important work stream is also to improve the administrative support measures and tools, in particular through improving the ELD training and capacity building. And in this regard, we are currently working on a feasibility study to see whether an IT tool to better assess, to better evaluate environmental damage can be established across the across the European Union, and the other focus is on updating, on a review of the ELD training program. You may know that with the help of the Commission, there was an ELD training material developed some 6-7 years ago, and this ELD training material consisting of a training manual and training slides in at various levels, was afterwards introduced and a training program was also promoted by the European Commission in the last years. Now, this is one of these workshops, let's say, resulting from this training program, because the training program proper has stopped more than 1 year ago, and we are now in a reflection phase, and therefore this is a very good moment to see how this training program works. But of course, more important is that this current training is for you yourself useful and also interesting, because of this sad event which happened now, I think nearly 2 years ago here in Slovenia, this big accident, which clearly is to be considered a case falling under the scope of the Environmental Liability Directive. And so regretful this accident was. On the positive side is now to focus to look into the requirements for remediation under the Environmental Liability Directive, and that regard I would again express my gratitude for having been invited.
This recording was enabled with the contribution of the LIFE program of the European Union. Prispevek je bil omogočen s finančno podporo LIFE, finančnega mehanizma Evropske unije.